So the Waterford Camogie team are back in the All-Ireland quarter-finals for the fourth year in a row. The Dacia will take on Tipperary and Páirc Uí Chaoimh at 6:45 on Saturday evening. And to look ahead to this one, delighted to be joined in the line by Waterford and Lismore midfielder Shona Curran. And Shona, this will be your third time coming up against Tipperary in the quarter-finals. How much are you looking forward to getting another crack at them on Saturday?
Yeah, I suppose we play them every year now. It feels like in some form or another. So yeah, look, we definitely owe them a beating at this stage. So look, we're looking forward to it. Our aim at the start of the year was to get back into this position, get back into an All Ireland quarter final. So we've done that now. So it's all about Saturday now, and just I suppose getting their performance right and getting the win then.
You went down to Tip by 5 points at the same venue last November, Shona. What did you learn from that experience?
I suppose ultimately, like looking back on the game afterwards, I suppose we were disappointed with our performance on the day. We didn't really do ourselves justice. I suppose nearly down to intensity or something on the field. Tipperary just brought a bit more than we did. So look at we know what we're capable of, and it's I suppose just about getting that performance out of ourselves. So it's something we spoke about all year, and I think we got it right in the three championship games so far. So if we can bring that on another step, we'll have a right crack on Saturday.
Yeah, as you said there, Sean, you've got it right in the championship this summer. Like, you've had a difficult start to the year, losing your Division 1 status to Dublin. How have you managed to turn your season around, do you think?
Look, we had a difficult league, I suppose. Opening games to Tip and Cork, that our performances were just, not where they needed to be. And then I suppose we went up and played Dublin in a relegation. We were down a few players, but there was no excuses really. Our performance just wasn't there. And I suppose, look, we've kind of two options after the league: either have the championship go the same way and just keep ploughing on the way we were going, or sort of turn it up another level and really have a go at championship. And it was something we all spoke about, that everyone plays Camogie or hurling to be in the it's for championship. League is league, and we just parked it, and I suppose put in a good few weeks of really good training, and everyone was just chomping at the bit. And we got a really tough draw in Down at home in the first game, and I suppose our performance that day, we did a lot of things right, a lot of things wrong, but ultimately we ground out that win. And in other years that we mightn't have been able to come from behind in a game like that. So gave us a lot of confidence, and we went up then, and I suppose redeemed ourselves against Dublin then in the championship. Put in probably our best performance of the year to date. And I suppose just our work rate, our intensity was really the key to a lot of that. And we know ourselves, we have the skill and we have the players there, so it's just to get the small things right first, and that's what we've done so far. So hopefully we can do the same Saturday.
Yeah, was that win over Dublin, Shona, one of the best performances you've given since you went up senior in 2015?
I suppose, look, it's probably up there. I suppose we probably had a bit of redemption on our minds, and they were after knocking us out of the league, and ultimately that game was to progress to a quarter final really. For us anyway, it was win and we were through, and lose and you're setting yourselves up for a really tough game against Cork. So performance wise, we definitely came off the field happy with ourselves. Our use of the ball was a lot better, and we got some nice scores. So look at at the end of the day, you only come away with the 2 points no matter how what you beat any team by. So the win was the most important thing. And we were happy with our performance, but look, that won't really matter against Tipperary. We're going to have to step it up another level.
How much will you miss Sinead Harney, Shona, obviously ruled out for the rest of the season with that cruciate knee ligament injury that she picked up against Dublin?
Look, Sinead will be a massive loss to any team, and she's a big part of our team and panel. So it's devastated for her, and I suppose, look, anyone that was down in Welsh Park in the opening game against Down, Sinead was tasked with marking Niamh Mallon, probably one of the best forwards in the country, and she was phenomenal that day. And I don't know if she hadn't played as well that day, would we be sitting here talking about a quarter final, to be honest with you. So it was a tough one for Sinead, against Dublin. And I suppose, look, true to her form, she hasn't missed a training since, and she's been riding the thing on. And her attitude has been brilliant, as always, and she's a real leader of this team, and I suppose leads by example. And look, she is a huge loss. There's no doubt about it. But look, we're lucky. We've a very good panel, and there's everyone's chomping at the bit to get a jersey. So we just have to drive it on now for Thursday, or for Saturday, I should say, for Tipperary.
How much of a difference has it made to have crowds back at championship matches this summer, Shona?
Yeah, I suppose. Look, it was great. The home game against Down in Welsh Park when the game was in the melting pot, we had a great crowd there, and it was brilliant. Now, I suppose, look at it, Camogie wouldn't be known to have your sellout stadiums, but when there is people there, it really does make a difference. And we're hoping that we'll have a great home crowd go up to Páirc Uí Chaoimh on Saturday evening. So to be honest, it's just been brilliant to be back and back on the field, and it's kind of the only normal thing I feel like I'm doing at the moment is playing Camogie, so slowly but surely we're getting back there. And yeah, as I said, it's brilliant to have that encouragement and stuff on the sideline. And it's even when you're watching games on television there now, it's just brilliant to see 20,000 odd in Croke Park there at the weekend. So as I said, it's a kind of a sign of normality returning, so it's brilliant.
Yeah, we're still kind of getting back to normality, Shona, slowly but surely, and still we've seen in the last couple of weeks the impact COVID has had on GA teams across the country, the thrown footballers in particular. How careful have you been in your movements and your interactions outside the Camogie field?
Yeah, look, I suppose it is something that you're very mindful of. I suppose between you can get it so easily, and there's no blame or anything on anyone for getting it. You could be following all the rules and unfortunately get it. And I suppose we were waiting so long for vaccines, and close contact guidelines seem to be the real killer. If you're not vaccinated, you're 2 weeks and you're out of there. So you have to take extra steps, I suppose. And I've probably been a bit of a hermit in some ways, just trying to keep the head down and yeah, look, you can only be as careful as you can be, and a lot of us have work and stuff like that, so you're just doing your best and hoping for the best. So look, we've been very lucky, and yeah, look, I suppose that's all you can do is follow the guidelines as best you can and keep the head down. So touch wood, we've been doing that well so far.
Well, Waterford and Lismore midfielder Shona Curran, thanks so much for your time today, and all the best against Tipperary on Saturday.
Thanks, boss.
As we watch Shona Curran, this is certainly well within her range. Huge effort by the Lismore player. This will be a huge one for Waterford as it drops in and over the bar. Super score there by Shona Curran. You talk about leadership and players stepping up to the plate. That's exactly what Shona did on that occasion. She gets her first point of the afternoon. It's come from that huge free.
Lorna Porca with Tomás McCarthy on WLR.